Hello. Filipina is missing from our video today because this weekend, as I'm recording this, she went home to help mom. And mom needed her help, and every now and again, Filipina, such a wonderful daughter, goes home to help mom. So I thought I'd sit here with Teddy. This was actually a Valentine's gift. A Valentine's gift, one of, or part of it, I should say, part of the Valentine's gift that I gave him a haul a while back. So I thought he'd keep me company today, or she. I'm not sure if it's a he or she. But anyway, thought I'd give you my experience of the update with the tourist visa update, or tourist visitor immigration update. I notice a lot of people seemingly talking about this, or at least a number of people coming up on my YouTube feed talking about it. And I'm like, well, I just went through it, so maybe I should give my 2 cents of my experience of going through it, because a lot of these people that I've been watching are just talking about a memorandum that came out, a notice that came out, the update that came out from immigration telling everybody about it. So I just went through it. So at least I guess I can give my experience of the update of what I had to go through. Of course, every person, I'm thinking, will probably have somewhat of a different experience. But nevertheless, up until now, if you don't include this extension that I just did, I literally just did it like 2 days ago, just 2 days ago. And up until then, I've always done my extensions online. Very easy process, very simple process, very nice process. You just go online, answer the questions, and pay for it, and so on and so forth, and you're done. And they usually either confirm that you can extend or not within an email within a few days. Well, this time I tried to do the same thing. This is my 5th extension, by the way, and I should say I have been here a year now. Actually, it'll be a year at the end of August. Well, right at the end of August, it will be a full year. So my extension technically would have run out by the end of August. So that's where I am right now with the extension. But now, as I was mentioning, I always did it online, so I just thought, well, I'll just do it online again. It's very convenient, very nice. I like it online. But as I did it online this time, it gave me a notice, you must go to the local office, nearest local office for immigration. So I'm like, wow, that's different. I wonder what's up. So I thought it was a mistake, or maybe I did something wrong or whatnot. Because, like I said, I was after doing it 4 times online already, and I've been here about a year now. So I thought maybe that's a mistake. So, and my son is here with me, so I have to do the same, or he has to do the same thing. We kind of do it together or whatever online. And tried his account as well. We tried his account, and he got the same error. Well, not. Well, I guess it's an error, but maybe not really. Just says you need to visit your nearest local immigration office to continue the process. So I'm like, okay. So I was starting to make plans to go to the local nearest immigration office, which where we are in Valencia City in Bukidnon, Mindanao, it's not that close. You have to go a fair drive, maybe close to 3 hours, depending on traffic and the day and how you get there, type thing. Maybe close to 3 hours, 2.5 hours, 3 hours, something like that. So it's not like you're really just easy. Hey, let's just go. It's not as easy, right? So I was just thinking about making plans to go, and then I said, well, maybe I'll just wait a couple of days and we'll maybe try it again online. So I did that and tried it online again, and sure enough, got the same error, and it says you need to go to your nearest immigration office. So I said, oh, I guess that's what we got to do. And I looked up on their document, and I read something to the effect that if you're here for a year, basically they want to kind of in person talk with you, make sure maybe you're real, things like that. And so okay, well, we'll make plans and go. So, and it was kind of nice too, because we made plans for the whole day then, just to enjoy, because we have to go to CDO. I forget how to say that, each word for CDO. So I'm really sorry about that. But many people just refer to it as CDO, here in Mindanao. So we made plans to go to CDO, which was nice in itself because we haven't been up there too many times. We've been up there a few times, so it was nice. When we went up there, we also went to a couple of restaurants, went to the mall, kind of walked around one of the malls we found, and a bookstore and things like that. So we got to enjoy the visit as well for CDO, which was really nice. But anyway, over to immigration office. So this is my fifth time now renewing, and as I mentioned, I've been here a year, and I had to fill out, some normal paperwork when you get there. Excuse me. And once you're there, fill out the paperwork, then they call your name, and you have to go over and sit for a little interview, basically. And it's up to, I guess, the immigration officer how they want to interview, how long they want to interview, and so on. So they called my name. Myself and my son went over there. Of course, we have the same name, same last name. So he sat next to me, and I sat there, and they were asking me questions mainly. My son kind of leaned over in case they needed to ask him questions as well. But they mainly asked me questions, and also questions about my son as well. And questions, if you're really wanting to know, well, pretty basic questions. What is the purpose of being here, and so on. And we tell them our purpose. And of course, we're here on tourist, and this is kind of what we do. As you see in our videos, we just kind of go around places and kind of show places here and talk about places, talk about our experiences here. So, that's what we tell them. We're just here vacationing, which is true. By the way, we have plans to go back to North America pretty soon because, if I can interject for just a moment, my son, he doesn't really like the heat too much here. He finds it a bit too hot on a consistent manner. It's always in the mid 30s or high, well, certainly in the 30s every day. So, and then he liked the convenience factor of back home with everything at your fingertips, that sort of thing. So we're kind of making plans for all of us to go back to North America very soon. So anyway, I digress. And so they asked about our purpose for being here. So we told them that, which is true. And then they asked us like more detail. Like, for example, okay, where are some places you've been? So we've been a lot of places. And so I started telling them a couple of the places. And from what I understand from other people in the immigration consulting office, or at least people I've talked to, they say it's best to keep your answers brief and to the point. Answer honestly and briefly, be yourself and answer to the point. Don't try to go on with long answers. So I tried to do that too. So I told them when they asked me, where are some places you visit, I told them this place and this place and this place, and I really like it there. Do you have intentions of going back to Canada? Which kind of took me off guard. I'm like, I'm here visiting. Yeah. Of course, I didn't say I'm here visiting. I just thought that in my head, and I'm thinking, yeah, I'm here visiting. Then I just kind of, with a little laugh, because it kind of struck me funny, but I didn't mean to be rude or disrespectful. I just said, yeah, of course. Because this kind of took me off guard. So I guess they're really trying to weed out if you're here for your actual purpose, that sort of thing. But then, and they may have asked me a few more questions. It was about 10 minutes long. Okay, the interview lasted about 10 minutes long for me and my son. But again, they just mainly asked me questions. But those kind of typical questions, why you here, how long? Well, I think, yeah, they did ask me like where I was here as well, like, because I said, I started off in Davao, and then, like, every time you mention something, this is a good point as well. Every time you mention something, they'll try to take it a little further. So I guess that's why you need to be brief. So I said, I started here when I came in Davao. Oh, you were in Davao? And I'm like, yeah. How long were you in Davao? I said, well, we started with a Airbnb there, which we did for about 30 days. And then I said we got a house rental for about 30 days or so. Then we came here to Valencia City area. We've been here in this place ever since. And then she kind of, because it was a female officer, she asked me again, kind of confirming what I just said, asked me how long again. I guess they're trying to see if they could trip you up if you're saying that honestly, which, just be honest. They can't trip you up if you're being honest. So just be honest. So I said, yeah. I said it was about a month and another month and 2 months. And then they asked if I'm here for any other business in the area, if I do, like, go, like, trying to do business in the area. And I'm like, no, I'm just here. And, like, with Filipina, just going here, doing that. So it's kind of like some repetitiveness to their question, and I guess like a little sense of them trying to trip you up with your question, but I guess it's just trying to see if you're being honest and that sort of thing. So just my suggestion is be honest. Um, just keep your answers brief, like everyone else recommends, and to the point, and that kind of thing. Now, the funny or the odd thing for us, which I think was a little bit odd, is that after we'd done the interview, and she explained, well, we just have to do an interview now to find out more information. She said something like that to me on the end. I'm like, okay. So I went over and back to sat down. So we had to wait, and I guess we're waiting to get a determination if we're granted stay or whatnot. Anyway, I had to wait for another few minutes. I went over and sat down. But when we went over and sat down, they asked Filipina to come over, and they gave her a little interview as well. She was nervous, of course, but they gave her an interview too. I thought that was very interesting and odd and different. I don't hear anybody talk about that when they talk about doing an immigration visa stay update or an immigration tourist visa extension, however you want to say this. I don't hear anybody talk about anything like that. And I thought it was very interesting. Yeah, so when we were sitting down waiting, they called Filipina over and they interviewed her. I guess talking about me, and I asked her, what did they ask you? I said, that seemed really strange. And she said, yeah, they asked, like, who I was, what the connection was, what we've been doing here. Basically, the same kind of questions they asked me, they asked Filipina. So, you know, I thought that was different. I thought it was weird, but again, I can understand it to a point because they're trying to confirm, make a confirmation that we're not just telling them things. And I guess by asking a different person, you get confirmed confirmations, things of that nature, I guess. But I thought it was interesting, and I thought, I'd just at least give you my experience. And I hear other people say that, like, for example, the, the immigration um, stays or extensions, maybe that's the best word, the immigration extensions are not guaranteed anymore. Well, I always knew and felt from the beginning extensions are never guaranteed anyway. You're never guaranteed an extension to visit another country, I don't think. I mean, it's always the kindness, the grace of that country to extend your visa based on their analysis of you as a person type thing. So I never kind of took that for granted anyway. But, I guess it is a little bit odd for the Philippines because in the sense that I've heard so many stories of, yeah, you just go to immigration, just sign the paper, they stamp your paper, and you go on for another extension, that kind of thing. So I've heard a lot of those stories. So I guess in light of a lot of those stories being like that, if it has been like that for a lot of people, I guess sitting down for the interview process or whatnot seems like a scary, daunting thing that you got to do, and they're getting more serious that way. So I guess they're just trying to make sure everything is above board with everybody. But anyway, that's it. Probably going forward, you would have to do an interview all the time. Now I don't know because I'm not even sure if we're doing another extension. Because like I said, we're making plans to head back. So we'll have to keep you updated on another video about that. And by the way, I will do probably another extension video like this about this extension on another channel of ours. We have 7. Because I really wanted to do one with Filipina, but she's not here today, and just get her reaction of how they had to talk with her and things of that nature too. So I'll probably do that on another channel. For all our listing, since we have 7, all our channels, go to beautifulbabylove.com. We're just having fun showing all the Philippines, and we thought we segment all our channels a little differently. Like we started with Filipina and the Foreigner, and then we said, okay, we'll do another one. This is kind of with Filipina's name and a more focused on her. It says Filipina Recorded Live, and those were kind of our 2 main channels, which still are. And then I had some old channels that I used to use years ago And I just revamped them to talk about the Philippines in different kinds of ways. Like this one here is Filipina. Uh, what's the name of it? You already know because you clicked on it. But Filipina Random. Oh yeah, that's it. I had to remember. Filipina Random. So get her like a random idea, random thought. Just maybe it could be any kind of thing. We just put it on this channel. And we have channel. We have the cost of living. So anytime we have some little ideas about expenses here in the Philippines, or buying this in the Philippines, or so on and so forth, we put it on the cost of living channel. I thought it'd be nice to kind of keep all those together. And then when we're in the car traveling a lot, we do these car cam conversations. They're a lot of fun, but I thought by putting them on our regular channel, they might look or seem a little boring. So I said, well, we'll just make a channel, and whenever we are in the car talking about things, we'll put it on the car cam conversation channel. So we have a channel with car cam conversations, and that's all they are. But they're fun, and you get to see the Philippines when we're driving around and talking about it too. So that's a channel all to itself. So I hope you check out some of these other channels of ours because we have a lot of fun while we're traveling. But this has been our update, our first update of the extension visa here in the Philippines. I'm going to try, like I said, to do another one with Filipina, maybe on Filipina the Foreigner or Filipina Recorded Live. We'll probably put it on that one. So you'll hear a similar story on that, just letting you know in case you're watching this so you don't say, oh, you're duplicating your videos. No, we're not. I just really want to do this, talk about it again with her point of view and her experience included. So stick around for that. Thank you for joining in. I hope this helps you a little, and God bless you.